Folks, it has been a while since we talk about Pakistan. And of course, there is nothing left to talk about because this is no more a country. This is no more an honest society. And this is no more a country where any law or constitution exists. Everything has been violated and violated in a way we have never seen in modern times. In old times, at the time of kings, of course, they were the god and they did whatever they liked. But in modern time, in a democracy or in a civilized society, we don't see things this third class interpass gang from Pakistan is doing to the country. Now, even the Islamabad High Court judges have revolted against their thuggery and how they intimidate, harass, and make videos of senior judges to get the result they want. And they ask the Supreme Judicial Council to issue some kind of statement or do something about it. Instead, this illegal government installed by this GSU gang, they have set up a commission with a retired judge whose credibility is so weak that he has not done anything appreciable in his life, and he is a supporter of People's Party. So instead of establishing a tribunal or handling by themselves to secure the independence of judiciary and make sure that nobody harasses them, nobody intimidates them, they have surrendered to GSU gang. And I think the Qazi Isa, the most stupid Supreme Court judge in Pakistan ever, will be remembered for this time, which is pretty much, according to my opinion, is the last time of the country. Because a country which has no law, no constitution, and nobody accept the law. And particularly this law breaking is happening right from the top. We have a prime minister which is Form 47 prime minister. His party has hardly won 15 or 16 seats, but their numbers have been propped up through Form 47, which is the tallying of Form 45. And they did all kind of bungling in the numbers and declared the many PMLN, PPP, and even MQM. MQM, which is totally finished and politically in Karachi, now has been given many seats. So this distribution of seats to establish an assembly or a parliament, which is now given the government two-third majority, because the temporary seats or the women seats or the minority seats to be allocated to PTI have been denied as well. Setting this aside, what we see is that the country is becoming an absolute jungle, an absolute joke, absolute blackface in front of the community. And this is because the country is mentally bankrupt, economically bankrupt, and socially bankrupt. I mean, this is a country where nobody believes in it. This is a country which has so much division, even among the people. Ethnic division, linguistic division, religious division, status division, and on top of that, we have a top order division of GSU gang who are acting like a god and who do not believe any law applies to them. I mean, this is a country where you cannot name this bastard Chief of Army Staff, Asim Munir, because if you take his name, you go to jail. Nowhere in the world we have seen such laws implemented where this military gang has so much coverage that nobody can say a word against them. And luckily, because of Imran Khan, now everybody knows what is happening. That's why nobody has any trust on the country anymore. And this is going to destroy the country economically, because the economy only happens when there is a rule of law, when there is a justice, when there is a constitution which is upheld. And none of this has happened in Pakistan in the last 3 years. And now the judiciary, which is revolting, are again being subdued. They have established a commission, and this bastard chief Chief Justice of Pakistan, Qazi Isa, who has definitely been neutered. Maybe the GSU has some of his videos or some of his wife's videos or maybe the kids' videos, and he is unable to do anything. He's not taking any sumo action. He's not taking any serious action against the attack on democracy. And now the country has one turmoil after another. We had a political turmoil, now we have a judicial turmoil, now we have the laws being violated everywhere, and a country which has no hope. In a few months, we will see a total collapse of the country, because no matter Biden administration making stupid decision of accepting this government installed by GSU gang illegally, immorally, it is not going to help. IMF is not going to be much helpful, because the culture, the society, and the uh, corruption done by this GSQ gang is going to totally eliminate everything positive, if there is any, with IMF program. It is not going to work. The people will be in total, absolute desperation, even more desperation. And we have the country border all over, western border, eastern border, northern border, they are all in serious trouble. And if we look into the terrorism created by supposedly raw or some other groups, maybe the Taliban, the the capability of Pakistan army has been totally diminished, and the attacks are happening every day. Particularly the killing of 5 Chinese engineers has created a big dent of trust between China and Pakistan, and China has very strongly asked that they be given the security of the CPEC projects, or something serious should be done. But the main point is that these terrorists or these terrorist attacks will always happen if the country is a lawless country, if it's not a country, if it is a jungle. And why it is not a country? Because from 70 years, this GSQ gang has replanned and created an imaginary country on this planet. I mean, if you look into the lies and twisting of facts, historical facts, Pakistan was liberated on August 15. They celebrate in their independence on August 14. The first independence, when Qaid Azam was alive, it was celebrated on August 15. After that, they changed it to August 14, because August 14 was the Ramazan's 27th night, which the Mullah gang says is a Laylatul Qadr, where Allah sends all the food and facilities and all that nonsense. Well, he does nothing. But 27th is very holy for Mullah. 27th was very holy for the 7th century Muslims, because they were collecting a lot of zakat and a lot of donation and a lot of fitrah and all that. As I've said many times, the Ramadan month is actually not the month of Allah. It's a month of devil. And the worst devil, because the common man's life becomes more trouble. It is unable to face the expenses of that month, because every product price go up. price gouging is rampant, and the salaried people and the poor people, they go broke, whereas the mullah has a big bank statement. They make a lot of money, so they say, oh, Allah loves this month, Allah likes this month, Allah told you to have 30 days. All absolute nonsense. Okay, nothing Allah has done, it is all done by mullah, starting from Muhammad, and then later on continued for 150 years, and then the Sufis came and they created another big drama. They totally enslaved the people, and they are the one who actually are controlling 80% of Pakistan. This Sufi gang, which is actually not a Muslim, because their Islam is different than the Islam of Muhammad, which never existed. As soon as he died, that Islam was done. But the people of Pakistan are not told the fact that this place, Mecca, is fake. Abraham never came there. He did not build his house. And although the credit of Abraham throwing his little boy and a slave girl in the desert is not prophetic, is very stupid of him. But he will not travel 900 miles from the place called Canaan where he was living, where he said, God came in my dream and told me this is the promised land. So why would he take his little kid and slave wife, which was demanded by his actual wife, which was again her sister, my sister from another mother. And then he will take 900-mile travel and drop him in Mecca. And then he will go there again and again and build that house. That house which is worse than any building on the planet back then. Even if you see the picture of Mecca 100 years ago, it is worse than any simple mosque in Pakistan. So if the Allah made his first house over there, and the house is such a desperate situation, shame on Allah. I mean, he should have made a building like Vatican, which now Saudis have made, because now they got the free oil, and now they got billions of dollars coming from Pakistani Hajis and stupid Umrah goers. But back then, it was a very building which was not built by Abraham. And ironically, the Allah says that He made this earth and He put imaginary pillars so that the sky will not fall on it. I mean, science has 110% proved everything wrong in Quran. But Pakistanis are told, no, this is Quran al-Hakim, al-Wakim, al-this, al-that. Because the mullah makes money out of it. Because Arabs make money out of it. But the poor Pakistanis, actually every Pakistani, he just wastes his saving, his life saving on stupid rituals of Hajj and Umrah, which are against, they are a crime against the poor of Pakistan. Because Islam did wonders when it was decentralized. I mean, they were at least living peacefully. But since this shit of Saudi Islam came in Pakistan, all those Dargah Sharif, Mazar Sharif, they are all empty. No, people hardly go there because they think that Allah is in Mecca. And these people are doing shirk. So they destroyed the religious ideology in Pakistan, and the GHQ was part of it. Wahhabi Mullah, particularly Jamaat Islami people, were part of it because they forced the barbaric so-called Islamic laws on Pakistanis, which only support rich. Rich can kill and get away. Rich can rape and they will not be convicted. Rich can bungle and there is no law against them. And this is exactly what GSU gang is using. So now the condition of Pakistan is so dire. And the people in South Asia, they are watching and laughing that this is the country who used to be a reasonable country about 50 years ago or about 60 years ago. It was doing reasonably good until the Ziaul came and it destroyed everything. And then he tried, he said, oh, we will teach Arabic in our country, and then we should be the part of the Middle East. All the Middle Eastern, even the Iranians, say, fuck off. You are not part of Middle East. You are from a stupid area. This is how they openly curse them. This is how they disrespect Pakistan. And it is all Pakistan's mistake that we failed to take strategic action. We failed to understand that the shit of religion can only destroy yourself and only the powerful can get benefit. This is exactly what this GSQ gang is doing. They have destroyed one thing after another. The third class interpass gang is now taking over the education. They will educate people. They have taken over the agriculture. They already have taken over the foreign policy and the internal security and all that nonsense. When this gang was not there was not even a single enemy Pakistan has. Today, everything Pakistan has around it is enemy. Even the sky is not friendly because of the stupid policies, because not following or taking care of the environment. And Imran Khan was doing something about it by putting about like 10 billion trees, because some areas used to be full of trees, but then they start cutting it and it totally became barren. And that actually has changed the ecosystem of Pakistan. And now it is a victim of environmental change. So neither the sky is friendly nor the eastern border is friendly. Now the Taliban are preparing to attack Pakistan. India is watching and smiling because, as Modi said, we don't need to do anything. Pakistan army is enough to destroy Pakistan. And ironically, this Chief Justice, he had no brain to think about it. This Asim Munir, who used to be Asim Munir, but then as soon as he took over Chief of Army Staff, he became Sayyid Asim Munir Shah. Every Pakistani, particularly the corrupt one, is so habitual of connecting himself to the family of Muhammad, while none of these Sayyids are genuine. They are all fake. Not even a single family member of Muhammad ever came to Pakistan. And actually, he had no family member. He had no son, he has some daughters, and he only has one uncle who was the real heir of his property or whatever he has. But because the non Arabs had to create a religion due to the fact that Islam of Umayyads, Islam of four caliphs, was an absolute racist Islam. They did not give any right to any non-Arab. So they created a new religion called Shiaism. And then they put more shit on that ideology and made people more stupid. Instead of correcting or telling the fact that this shit has to go, we have to be men of the world. We have to work for the benefit of this land, not for the benefit of Ali or his family and all that. But they had no choice. They had to create something comparing with Muhammad and Mecca and Medina. So today we see now Karbala has more visitors than Mecca. And the Iraqis are making good money out of it. Iranians are so stupid that they should have moved Karbala to Iran, but they did not. Because, again, Hussein is not buried in Karbala. Hussein's body was sent to Syria when he was killed, and then his head vanished. So, wherever they bury him, they did not bury him in Karbala, and then his head was never found. We have the historical narration that it was found, then brought back, then again taken away, and all that. I mean, whatever, so many jokes are written above the head of Hussein that it all looks fake. But the shit of Islam, shit of religion, which has also destroyed Iran, shit of religion which has also destroyed Pakistan, is not going to go away. Iran will never come back to its past glory. Pakistan will not be able to survive because this third class interpass GSQ gang, they think that we have to work for hereafter. And all of these are absolute bastards. They are absolute criminals, murderers, rapists, you name it. I mean, even in Pakistan today, we have women in jail being raped, and there is no law to protect them. They don't listen to the courts. And now, after the sixth judge, they wrote such a damning letter to this stupid uh, Qazi Isa, and unfortunately, his name is Qazi. His name should have been Paji Isa, because that's what he deserved. And then we see that even the lower judiciary judges are coming, and uh, trouble is brewing. The legal community is planning to come out in droves, and more judges will open and have courage and open their mouth against ISI and other intelligence agencies who are forcing them to make the decision of their choice. And in the last 3 years, every decision these courts have made only go against Imran Khan, PTI, people of Pakistan. Imagine they arrest Imran Khan, humiliating him, pushing him, hitting him with a danda, and then as soon as they put him in car, they are very respectful. So this show comes on the national media, and then the people come out, and then they want to protest. And then this GHQ gang, ISI, and the PDM police, they allowed them to do whatever they want. There was no checkpost. Corps Commander House was attacked, and there were people outside the Corps Commander House who were inciting people, who were hardly like 200-300, and then they are the one who burned. Imran Khan has openly said, bring those videos of any event. They have some proof that there are videos where the people from ISI were inducted into the uh, demonstrations. And then this thing happened. Then the next day, they had 10,000 people arrested. So this was all pre-planned. And as Hassan has said the same thing. Many other lawyers and journalists have said openly the same thing. But unfortunately, we see international powers doing nothing. Biden looking on the sideway, and is ready to work with this fake government. I mean, what has happened to American ideology of human rights and democracy? The people who are not installed democratically are running the country now. And that's why my opinion is that this country will never be run. And I'm fearing that even if Imran Khan comes back, he will not be able to save this country. If destroying Pakistan is the planning of American administration, it's a good planning. And Pakistan does not deserve to remain as a country. But how to handle 230 million innocent people? That is something the world has to think about. And it is dangerous, it's tragic. God bless.